Don't know what. I have no idea why I'm going off on that. Hey, it's Martin. What's going on, Martin?
It's Martin Lauer. Currently in first place. What the hell is this?
Get loud, get loud, get loud.
Just
I'm
pulling
gonna
up
tune in live
here.
so I can chat with people.
Yeah, same here, same here. I'm just looking at the quality to make sure. Yeah, it looks a lot better with the Nvidia. I guess it's, I don't know.
Correct.
Maybe I gotta turn the bit rate up on the OBS or something. Those who are better than us at this, please let us know.
Did you post the link in Discord, sir?
I've not yet. I'm just about to.
Do it.
Wanted to make sure it was quality before I did.
I command you. Also, all these stripes are making me really want McDonald's, even though I'm not actually hungry. That's a fucking trick. Welcome to the McDonald's 5,000 calorie lap race. It'll take you 18 chicken nuggets to get all the way around.
There, link has been posted now in the Discord.
Huzzah! Oh, you know why Martin's in first? Because Mike Stoffmeal hasn't posted a lap yet.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that's not true. Mike Stoffmeal in 16th, currently on qualifying. Damn, Rick Martel kicking that ass.
Rick Martel absolutely taking it to. Well, Rick has not posted a time yet. He's just kind of there.
Oh, I see. No,
the times are now starting to be posted. Fran Pachuk has gone to pole.
And we are joined by a new racer, Mike Wyatt. I want a Wyatt. Mike Wyatt, a Wyatt about.
Shout out to Mike Wyatt.
It's got a name that I can instantly work into a song. You, sir, are going places.
Oh, Andy Blade a little off the pace there in 9th place. And,
that's usual.
Gets knocked down by John Barker. I don't know. John Barker's not usually a half second faster than Andy Blade.
Half second, 90 seconds. Take your pick.
So I suppose I should get through with the introductions. Welcome to the Enduro race, end of the month Enduro race for the ESR community. We're at Spa-Francorchamps, which I believe you made a Trackmania version of this, if I recall correctly.
Maybe Spa? I think so. Yeah. Spa day.
Yeah, Spa.
And I did a reverse, I think.
Yeah.
And, it's Spa Dirt. I did a dirt version.
A dirt version, yeah. So if you wanted to ever try to race this in Trackmania, give Byron a shout. I am Mike.
I'll let you boy.
I am your lead play-by-play commentator and racing analyst. And Byron is here because he's the man you all want to hear, the man you all want to reach out and love.
I'm the co-main event. Your heart.
I would say you're the main event, actually, to be honest.
The main event of the evening.
Number one in your heart. I think I'm probably the third line on the program, but number one in your heart. That's for sure.
Well, I don't see who could be number two other than you.
I'd be the number two, and the number one would just be the title.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. I mean,
there you go.
Travis Wallace probably makes into the top 4.
I mean, it depends on how well he does here. Like, he's currently, where's he rocking right now? He's,
well, I was just talking about commentary.
Hasn't even, oh, yeah, commentary. Well, yeah, it'd be Travis Wallace and, like, Paul Riccobeni, Andy Blade, Martin Edmonds. I think we did something with Scott Nick, but he's, if Scott Nick returned, he'd get a huge boost, because he's been around he's been away a while. To quote Jim Cornette, I can't miss you if you don't leave.
That's correct. I don't know about that Martin Edmonds guy. He's kind of Dutch.
Just kind of.
Or is he more Belgian?
I was gonna say Belgian, yeah.
He's Belsh.
Belsh.
Isn't that how that? You're from Belgium, you're Belsh?
I think he's just Belgian.
He's a Belcher?
This is getting better.
Little Belcher.
All right. So for those who are not familiar with Spa, and you should be if you're really into racing, because this is one of the top 5 tracks in the world, if I dare put a ranking on it. Highly famous. People when this gets added to any race game they play, it becomes a big deal. And it's really long, as you can see. It's almost a 2.5 minute lap. Although for some of our racers, it is over 2.5 minute lap. They need to get going. And it challenges you in just about any way. It's got these twisting sections that you're kind of seeing Ariel Zatoni go through here. And it's got some we have the Academy logo up there. Please ignore the Academy. It's not an Academy race. We messed up.
No, I'm fine. Listen, if you don't finish this race, you don't graduate. That's all there is to it.
I mean, it's a fair way of looking at it.
I think so you guys are going to have, touching on the Academy, and also if you hear construction noises coming through my microphone, they're building new stairs over the entranceway to my place, and I make no apologies. Just explanations.
There's no apology to make on that.
So you guys are doing like graduated levels of the Academy, yeah?
Correct. There's going to be a 101 cup and a 201 cup.
Okay, so whatever so 201's like your highest level currently?
Currently.
Okay, so I think to graduate from the Academy, you have to race Macau. That has to be a thing. I'm not offering alternatives. We got a comment from Andres Richter. This race where someone was going to beat Mike Stoffmeal? No.
He's rooting for Dennis Meissner, who's down in 15th place, so I hate to say it, Andres, but probably not. You know what? There is a chance that someone might beat Stoffmeal, though. If you look at, I don't know how to say his name. The Portuguese fellow in second place, Eugenio Lourenço?
I see something that starts with an F on the thing. That's Fran Machuca that's in third place right now.
Third place, yes. But the guy ahead of him, second place.
Oh,
Portuguese player.
Eugenio Lourenço, yeah, I think, or Lorenzo.
I would say Lorenzo, probably. That sounds more Portuguese.
He's people in sailors are called Lawrence.
He's only 0.439 off of Stoffmeal. I'd say he's got a shot. He's got a shot. I don't know him, so he may be ridiculously fast.
It's possible.
Shout out to Ariel Zatoni up in 5th place, kicking some ass.
Lotus versus Ariel.
You could actually do that. Not in Race Room, but in various other racing games.
Indeed.
Fortunately, there is no Ariel Adam in Race Room at this time.
That would be gangster as hell. I've seen me enough Top Gear to know that would be gangster as hell. I'm going to say, I said it once, I'm going to say it again, all these red and yellow stripes make me want some McDonald's, and I'm not even hungry. And also my cat thinks that since I'm talking out loud, it's probably time for her to have some food. The problem is, she's diabetic, and that shit ain't going to happen for like 5 hours.
True enough. Sorry to anyone who heard me fighting with my door there, trying to get it closed.
I didn't hear that at all. But
that's because you were on Push to Talk. Unfortunately, the stream is not.
Were you like humping the door, like forcefully trying to groin thrust it into position?
So, well, the story is, of course, being in a basement that was let's put it this way, built in a basement apartment built in a somewhat unprofessional manner. The door frame is not the most lined up thing, so if I want the door to stay shut, there's a little wrestling that has to be done.
Very nice.
Although in fairness, my landlords I think did actually a pretty damn good job actually with this basement apartment. I can't really complain too much.
I say rather. I noticed that the Nordic marsupial has made his re-emergence into the light.
Yes, he has.
I've not seen Jorgen Wallaby in a while.
He's been missing a little bit. I don't particularly know why, and it doesn't look like he's terribly ready for this race because I'm unfamiliar with him being down in 18th position.
I just assume he's drunk as hell. But I assume everybody's drunk as hell.
It's possible. You know who else is not really doing well right now? Travis Wallace has still not set a lap time.
It's probably because he can't shift.
You're probably not wrong on that. He's still got shifter problems. By the way, we're riding with Mike Stoffmeal. He's put up a purple first sector, about 1/10 faster than his previous mark.
He's the one-winged, one-tired purple people eater.
And Andy Blade has posted us in the live events feed on the Discord, so hopefully...
Oh my goodness.
I mean, admittedly, I don't think we're going to have...
Is that why he's qualifying so badly?
I mean, he'll probably use that as an excuse.
Well, if the game sounds low, their address it will just gonna have to tweak it for next time because to get the game sound back up in spectator mode,
Yeah,
you literally almost have to exit the whole game. It's
you have
just
to
not
exit
gonna work.
and then go back, and yeah, I mean, it's the one thing about the spectator mode is doing on-the-fly audio adjustment is
Less than bueno.
bad.
I'm not sure why. Why don't they have the spectator mode built into the game? Is that a problem? Is it a big problem?
There is a spectator mode built into the game. It just sucks.
Well, why don't they just pay? So, is this like a third-party spectator mode?
This is a third-party spectator mode maintained by the one and only Scout.
Scout, you are fantastic and an admirable human being, and they should pay you the money and just let you control that aspect of the game.
Along with others,
hey,
he actually also does my the custom HUD that I use when I race.
Oh, very nice.
So we're nearing the end of qualifying here. We got a little bit of time left on the clock, but this is probably what your grid looks like. Mike Stoppmill from Eugenio Lorenzo, Fran Machuca, I'm gonna butcher this name, but Zyar Garunian, going with it. Martin Edmonds, Ariel Zatoni. Zarer sounds good. We'll go with that. We'll go with Zarer. Ariel Zatoni up in P6. Good effort from him. Mike Wyatt, newcomer. Eric Friesen on row 4. Alex Loeffler, starting from 9th, and I, of course, have been cut off now. So I couldn't even give you the top 10. That's my bad.
Well, that's because you don't have 3 monitors like me, and you can still see the stream delay that's in my left monitor.
That's a good point.
I've got the central monitor is game. The right-hand monitor is browser info with SAW in the background, and the left-hand monitor here is stream delay, so I can see Andy Blade going, yo, to commentary dudes, yo, Andy, stop fucking around and try and, like, qualify and race and shit. I mean, I appreciate you posting the link, though, sir.
Appreciate it, yeah. I have the same setup, just the unfortunate thing is when you're the actual streaming source, you can't really do anything with the other screens. So that's why I have the laptop. That's why I have the laptop beside me with the YouTube stream and the control panel on it.
That seems less than sufficient.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that could use some work still, but we do what we can. We are off, and there's a lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of people dicing in the mid pack there. A lot of green cars kind of together. Wonder if they'll hook up and form a convoy, fighting their way to the front. Andy Blade actually had a really good start. He's up to 11th place.
Oh, so he's not fucking around nonstop.
Excellent. He's bringing it now. Anyways, Travis Wallace is our focus right now. He's 16th position. He had a bad qualifying. I don't think he even got a qualifying lap in.
Pretty bad.
You know who didn't qualify? Darcy Parkinson coming from the back.
Well, I mean, let's see. Darcy already not at the back of the pack.
Indeed. Bad start
now he's okay, moving up.
He says goodbye to Lachlan Nichols. I bet you could diss her.
Darcy Parkinson is the literal embodiment of the Jeffersons. Moving on up.
Moving on up, and already Mike Stoppbill's pulled out a 1.3 second lead, so my hope that he would be challenged here might be in vain.
We have a comment from T. Regis Gaming, and that is oof. Sir, we do not, sir or madam, we do not recognize oof here. We either use yikes or
Agreed. This is one of the more lovely tracks, Joe, just on like a scenic level. It's very nice. Spa-Francorchamps, of course, in Belgium, the most famous track in Belgium. There are only 2 tracks in Belgium I can name, so actually I guess that's not really saying a lot.
The Belsh.
The other one being Zolder, which is a track that Canadians will forever curse, because it is, of course, the site of Jules Villeneuve, probably our finest Formula 1 driver's death.
That would be the case, and we, of course, will have to provoke Germany into invading Belgium again.
They don't need much provocation. Fran Machuca under some pressure here from Martin Edmonds, the ESR admin on the charge at the moment. Fran Machuca, of course, the admin of The name of the series is eluding me at this second, which is a bit of a shame. But
World Series.
It's not World Series. But
It's the only series there. I don't know.
Anyways, the two community admins are going head to head right in behind Eugenio Laurencio, who I'm probably going to confuse who's driving that car, because that's that car I associate with Richard DeRoche. And I know it's not him driving it, but I may make that mistake a couple of times. Behind them, it is Mike Wyatt leading the charge there in 5th place, ahead of Zaire and Eric Friesen, Alex Loeffler, Ariel Zatoni, and Dennis Meissner rounding off the top 10. Dennis Meissner paying for the fan boost. Andres Richter wants a good result for Meissner, and he's trying to give it to him. Martin Lauer, Travis Wallace has gotten up to 12th place ahead of Andy Blade, James Butler, Rick Martell, Jurgen Walby has recovered a little bit. He's up to 16th place. Dale Smith, 17th. You're gonna. There's an interview with Dale Smith coming up on the YouTube channel.
Dale J. Smith, Esquire.
I'm going to talk to him about some business ventures that he's handling, if those people are unaware of them. And I encourage you all to tune in for that. Also in the field, Gerardo Del Vea down in... That's the lowest I think we've ever seen Gerardo. Is it not?
I would not disagree in any way, shape, or form. I'm assuming that he probably had too much pico de gallo, and he is now having a cilantro combo.
We've got Lachlan Nichols, Darcy Parkinson, John Barker, and newcomer, and a 910 Shiza racer. Those who are unaware of that, that is Travis Wallace's racing team. Justin Swan.
Shiza Racing?
Yeah.
Madness. Fake. In the commentary, we have fake facts. Mio Dread is Canada's best driver.
That is a faked fact. That is a horrendously fake fact.
I mean, you're better than me.
Every Canadian that you see on the screen right now is a better driver than me.
Yeah, can't really. I mean, you're probably better than it. You're probably better than Martin. Come on.
No.
He's only up there because he bribes people. And by the way, if you want a quick $50, just let Martin pass you. He will pay you via PayPal.
Via PayPal. Oh, speaking of Martin, he's going for 3rd. And a very bad entry to the turn there from Eugenio Laurencio is going to cost him huge. He's going to drop back like a stone. Martin is suddenly in 2nd place. Eugenio, please contact Martin for your $50 via PayPal.
Correct.
Bram Bachuka trying to get back past Martin Edmonds. And also in the mix there is the newcomer Mike Wyatt. We were hoping to see Mike Stockmill in this race.
No.
I don't think we will, because he's up.
No.
He's already 7 seconds up the road.
Yeah, no. You're going to listen. If they have a really long hill climb, you might see him. I don't think they have one of those on this race, so...
That was the highest hill climb
that.
you had right there, yeah. That's Eau Rouge, which is...
But there's too many goddamn corners. You're never going to find him. Oh, there he is! There he is!
There he is! You can see him! You can see him in the distance!
He's majestic. Look at him!
This is a very crowded battle for 2nd place, though. That's kind of making up for it.
It's like an albino moose. Oh, nudgy,
Mike Wyatt getting physical, shoving Martin Edmonds around. I don't think he knows about that $50.
No, that's negative $50. That's $50 you owe him now.
I expect to see a donation posted by Mike Wyatt in the Discord channel. Eric Friesen trying to go around the outside of Zaira. Oh, I can't even remember what we agreed to call him. Zerere.
It's either Zerere or Gerere, with ZH. Gerere?
I think it's the Z sound, because I don't think I've ever seen that pronunciation for a Armenian or a Ukrainian to go with that, but maybe.
Armenian, Ukrainian, Holocaust.
Martin Edmonds off the track has slipped down to 5th place. He's battling with the man we had mentioned there from the great Ukraine, and we are on board with him. Zerere putting the pressure on. Eric Friesen going up the inside into 6th place. Eric Friesen giving a good counting himself. He had a bit of a weak run in the Formula Juniors and is trying to make up for that here in the Enduro.
He was freezing himself out by not attending races lately. And I enjoyed greatly him. He would post up in chat something about, oh, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, oh, it looks like you got freezed out again.
Travis Wallace there in the background also is coming forward. He's up to 8th position now. Next on his list. Oh, Martin's wide again. Martin struggling into the bus stop.
It's all that poutine.
He's lost a spot there to... That was Eric Friesen go through, so Friesen up to 5th place.
The Freezer.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
At the back of the pack, looks like James Butler has had a moment and slipped to the back. That's a shame for Mr. Butler.
Is it like a senior moment?
Might be. So it's a Butlerian moment.
It's the Bootlerian Jihad.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah, boy. The spice must flow.
Spice must flow.
Mike Wyatt, Mike Wyatt, I believe that's I can't, G-I-B Alles. Is that like Uber Alles? Mike Wyatt, Uber Alles.
Might be, I don't know.
Mike Wyatt, Uber Alles, Mike Wyatt.
Travis Wallace is through into 7th place, and next on the list is Martin Lauer, who's trying to come through the field. Actually, I think when I said earlier I associate that car with Richard DeRoche, I think it's actually Martin Lauer that I associate that car with.
We have Robert Wootsy in the comment section here, live chat. He's also supporting Mr. Loeffler, probably because of the umlaut.
Shout out to Robert. I see him all the time on the leaderboard and can never match his ghosts. Never.
Well,
just
who you gonna
never.
call?
I need a Ghostbuster,
who you
that's
gonna
for sure. I need Spengler.
Oh, like Stoffmeal watch, he's over 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's over 10 seconds ahead now.
At this point, we only make note of it every 5 seconds lead.
It's a long race. Like there's 80 minutes still to go, but it's not looking great. Dale Smith and Andy Blade have slipped to the back, so I wonder if they maybe came to blows somewhere down the lower end of the field.
Could be.
Martin Edmonds trying to climb back. Martin Edmonds was in 2nd place not that long ago. Now he's in 6th. Like, come on, Martin, pick up your socks.
I'm wondering how many more punk references I can have for Mike Wyatt. We've got The Clash. Now we have the Dead Kennedys. Not sure where else I can go from here. Tom the Beef says, I think Mike Stuffmill has his P2P button stuck on. Yikes. Hashtag Forever Turbo.
Forever Turbo.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. He's got that extra 30 horsepower that we were talking about on the last commentary.
Here he comes. Here comes Mike Stoffmill. You can just go eat shit.
You know what? It was stunning, actually. If you watch the drop-ins from last night with the GT1s, you will see Mike Stoffmill having to fight with other cars. It was stunning.
Nice.
So we clearly need to make a GT1 series. We might actually have a hope there. I had a pretty decent showing actually in the first race. Second race, I decided to bring out this Gumper Tapalo, and it was really pink, and I think that unmanned some people. But aside from that, it didn't really do the job.
Martin, can you take me higher, lower?
Martin Lauer trying to get back up into 9th place as he struggles with Ariel Tony, and comes out on the losing side there, and that's Alex Loeffler up the inside of him. We got a fan cheering for Loeffler in the chat. So the chat giving the power to Alex Loeffler now.
You're going to get the wootsy boost.
In fact, Dennis Meissner, who's also got the chat cheering for him, is in that battle as well.
Very nice. Martin Edmonds continuing to lose ground, probably because he's not dispensing those $50 PayPal donations he promised the people.
Indeed, he's down to 7th now, having lost a spot to Travis Wallace. Admittedly, Travis Wallace is unbribable.
Parkinson Watch up to 14th place from deadass last.
Yeah, Darcy on the charge. He's gotten past Rick Martel. Next on his list is Gerardo Del Vea, who's also actually on his own charge.
Yeah.
He was down low. He's up to 13th. So good work by both of them. The guy who's not coming through the grid the way I hoped he would, Jurgen Walby, still down in 18th place. I got a lot of respect for
Travis Wallace race like?
Angry.
Yeah, that isn't not untrue. Travis, I break my shit, Wallace.
He's gotten up past Eric Friesen, so he's up into 5th now.
He has not been freezed out.
There is the man that we were hoping would take the fight to stop Mill, Eugenio Lorenzo, or Lorenzo. Not with technique like that. Not with technique like that. That was not.
A little excited.
To those trying to use this as an educational experience, that is not how you take the bus stop. Martin Edmonds still there in 7th position, trying to make up ground on Eric Friesen and Travis Wallace and Eugenio. And behind him, he's got Zerai. Then it's Martin Lauer and Ariel Zatoni. Ariel's side by side with Alex Loeffler. There's Loeffler getting in front. He's that number 34 car. I always associate that car kind of with the Hartford Whalers. Just a little bit.
But Zatoic in the chat, go Travis go. Hell yeah, go Travis go.
Travis Wallace with a fan.
Travis Wallace, second angriest person ever to sim race in the planet of Earth.
Who's the angriest?
Do I need to complete that thought, or
there's a couple of options.
Not really. There's one guy who finished a race on one tire.
Well that's not necessarily anger. That's hatred.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. So he's transcended the whole angry thing.
He is the dark side of the force.
He is the Palpatine of anger. There's really only like number 2 and then other.
That's probably true.
Your boy, Federico's Vanger.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Federico's. Hope to see him.
He may not win, but you cannot stop him from racing.
Cannot stop him from racing. It just doesn't matter. Dennis Meissner putting the pressure on Ariel Zatoni, trying to get up into 11th position. Ariel's had a bit of a weak race. He qualified in 6th place. It's been a bit rough for him. We'll see if he can come back to the 4 with the pit stop strategy.
I'm waiting to see if at one point Stoffmail can get so far out in front that he starts going in live chat and talking with us.
To be honest, he's actually lost a little bit of ground lately. It's down to 9 seconds.
He has. He's lost like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he had a little herky-jerky.
Maybe a little herky-jerky. Maybe even a little connection error, maybe. I don't know.
You got a little loosey-goosey with a herky-jerky.
There's a good battle going on right now that we're not really seeing between Andy Blade and Jürgen Walby. I'd like to see what that looks like.
It's just like a giant pouched mammal slapping around at a goldfish.
At a switchblade?
It's just a horrible butter knife.
I am bringing Jay White into this. Andy Blade has actually, in fact, gotten past Mr. Walby into 19th position there, so... It's been a rough day for Jürgen Walby, a man who's used to being at the front, and he just can't seem to find any traction.
Well, I mean, it is the middle of winter there in Sweden, so he may just be very depressed, and that looks like it's getting rough. So he won't see spring until, like, what is it, like late July?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So he may be, just a little mineral and vitamin deficient and very depressed, and possibly looking to raid Denmark.
Yes.
Which is why we call him the Nordic Marsupial.
In the meantime, Martin keeps falling backwards. He's down to 8th place now. And we know that Martin's strength is usually the early on in the race because he kills his tires. And yes, I am making the tire soup reference here.
Oh yeah, I don't see a soft, hard icon anywhere here on the racing.
There is no particular tire compound in this particular occasion. It is single compound.
Well, I still maintain that if you could laminate all the different compounds together, you'd have probably a shit time racing. But it'd be hilarious. Just can you imagine different layers of soft and hard? You burn through one, you get to the other, and you're like, whoa!
It would change your grip horrendously. That would be literally a terrible idea. I
would be so entertained.
Travis Wallace is up to 4th position. I think last we checked in on him, he was 5th. I think it's Eugenio fell back to 2 spots, is what that is. And promoted Mike Wyatt, or Travis Wallace and Eric Friesen, pardon me.
Mr. Eugenio Lorenzo.
by the way, it should be mentioned, it looks like we might have lost Andy Blade. I think he's still moving,
Whoa.
but he's got 100% damage showing on the spectator tool.
Whoa.
Hi.
Hello. Ariel, you son of a gun.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
The chaos.
He's very off.
Fenders for the Fender throne.
Oh boy. I'm going to quickly swap over to Andy Blade once this kind of settles down. Byron will not necessarily be able to see it because he doesn't have the same...
But I will definitely commentate on it. It's like, oh my god, he's barely limping. He's missing 72% of his car. It's just a helmet with a wheel.
So the damage for Andy Blade, he has completely lost his front splitter and bumper. They are gone. You can see the grill as it goes into the engine. He has had some serious front end trauma here. I can't imagine that car is handling well, but he is continuing on and not going into the pits. I don't know if that's a great plan.
And let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't fuck with Dale Smith. He'll chop the front of your car off.
Possibly, yeah.
That man knows his way around some tools. He will plasma cut the shit out of the car.
Speaking of Dale Smith, he's having a good fight with Lachlan Nichols. It's not showing on our screen right now, but I can see them shifting around in front of Andy Blade.
Well, the reason why Lachlan is so far back in the race is because he's very far behind on the time scale. So, or no, he's ahead. He's way ahead. So he's actually got a reverse lag, and that's why he's in 20th place.
Eric Friesen getting back past Eugenio Lorenzo into... Oh, no, Eugenio's getting him back. So that battle for 5th place is going on, and it's playing into the hands of Travis Wallace, who's getting pretty clear of this now.
Zatoyak in chat there is dismayed about Andy, and I gotta tell you, I'm not sure why, because he's clearly drunk all the time. It's bound to happen.
This message brought to you by every beer that Andy ever drinks.
And today's commentary brought to you by White Lightning and Fresca, the delightful combo.
I am using my standard combination, which is a mix of
paint remover and straight rubbing alcohol.
Pretty much. Oh, Martin Edmonds getting a little out of control at the bus stop. I want to follow Martin Edmonds through the bus stop every lap now. It's never boring. He does not get it right ever.
Sir Gunrunner, the Gunrunner, Sir Gunrunian.
There's a lot we can do with this guy's name. I'm honestly kind of secretly hoping he doesn't tell us how to pronounce his name, because there's a lot we could work with there.
There is a lot. I believe the last name's pronounced Grunian?
Sounds right.
Grunian, but I like Gunrunner.
Or Gun Ryan.
Fuck no. Zatoyak asks if we're drinking Natty Light. That is a giant fuck no. That's a hard no.
No, that's a hard no.
That's a hard no. That's a hard pass. Listen, if we're helping you out at your house and you dish out cold and free stuff in a can or bottle, that's the best kind of beer. If I'm gonna pay for that shit, hell no.
I am currently drinking a product that you cannot buy in a regular liquor store. In fact, I have to go to a import-export shop.
What that is?
Did you
get the blueberry sleeve?
I call it the super sleeve.
What that is?
The super sleeve is basically the stuff that they make in Yugoslavia, as well as possibly other places. Czechoslovakia comes to mind. So Czech Republic, Slovakia, perhaps Bulgaria.
Is this made in a bathtub?
Most definitely.
Excellent.
It is our culture's form of the moonshine, basically, and it is. You've had regular Slivovic, of course.
Yeah.
Picture that. Now up the alcohol 1.5 times.
Ooh, that sounds deliciously tooth destroying.
So I've got that, and I'm mixing it just to make it a little more palatable with just some random club soda.
Oh, delightful. So the only thing I ever found, to get totally off track here, that is a pun, by the way. Zatoyog has said, I'd kill myself in a wall to drinking that. I assume that he means Natty Light is not good, and we agree. He or she.
We agree. That's Jesse Hampton.
Jesse, what up? Hamptown Racers sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. So I went on an experiment trip, you may remember, when I had the Slivovichka. And the only thing I found to mix with sleeve that was good was Concord grape juice.
I can see that working, yeah.
So I'd encourage you to experiment with that. Also, I poured way too much fucking White Lightning in this glass, and I'm gonna fill it reasonably well to the top with Fresca. I'm on a diet. I'm drinking on a diet.
Martin Edmonds in the background trying to take over a spot there from Martin Lauer. In the meantime, there's also scuffle going on here between Eugenio and Eric Friesen. Bit weird because Martin and Eugenio are racing the same car, so it's the same car trying to be passed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy has commented in live chat, Bollock's car was on... Bollock's car was on default 12 wing. When wrecked Aereo, no wonder I was slow. Dude, you had the front of your car chopped off. I don't know what you're using all these weird terms for. You fucked with the Dale J. Smith, and he plasma cut the front of your car off. Don't even try.
Pretty much.
Don't even front, yo.
Dale Smith is also having a bit of a rough run, actually. He's down in 21st position and not particularly close to Lachlan Nichols anymore. Martin Edmonds appears to have failed to overtake Martin Lauer in a battle of the Canadian Martins. A little bit of lag there you'll get on the stream. And he's now under pressure from Zerere again.
Jesse has accused Andy of failing his pre-race check, and which I agree. I would agree up to a point if I didn't think that Dale J. Smith Esquire wouldn't have just laser blasted the front of his car off because he's OP.
Eric Friesen putting the pressure on Eugenio. The lead is only about 12 seconds. There's hope yet.
You can do it! Mike White currently in third. Well done for... Is this his debut? I've not
This
come
is
across
his
him
ESR debut, as far as I know.
Mike White, I want a White.
Actually,
Mike White,
we actually have 3 debutantes in the top 10. So that's nice.
Very nice.
In the meantime, further back, Martin Edmonds is fighting with Zerere again, and behind them that is Alex Loeffler, who is one of the favorites of the chat, trying to make up some ground. Alex Loeffler, I've never raced with Alex Loeffler, and I really want to, because he seems like just a fun guy to race with. He's always kind of dicing in close with people. It's always fun.
Alex Loeffler.
Eric Friesen looking to make a move here on Eugenio Laurencio for... I keep wanting to add an I in there. Like, that's the problem.
What, to Eugenio?
No, with Laurencio. Like, I keep wanting to add an I before that O. And I know it's wrong, but I keep doing it.
I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself. Miss Lorenzo.
I don't have a problem with that particular vice.
It's either Lorenzo, Lorenco, or Lorencho. I'm gonna go with Lorenzo until somebody tells me otherwise.
I'm gonna go Lorenzo. That it will keep me from putting the I in there, and I mean, one of us will be right. Oh, contact!
Oh, wow! Simultaneous
spinning there. Eric Friesen and Eugenio Laurenco dropping back.
Martin Lauer using psychic abilities, Psionic Strike +4 to move into 5th place. Well done.
Well done, Martin. Round of applause for Martin Edmonds. He's now top Canadian. Anyways, Eugenio Laurenco is rejoined behind Eric Friesen, so they're still fighting, just now over 9th place. And in the background there you can see Dennis Meister having a pretty solid run there in 11th place. Congratulations to the Danish sensation.
Dennis the Menace Meisner or Dennis the Miser Meisner?
It depends how he's driving. Today I think it's the Miser.
Well done.
In the background, you have Ariel Zatoni, Gerardo Del Valle, a long-standing rivalry between those two, so that should be good. And then James Butler has come back through the grid to 14th. Justin Swan having a pretty solid debut there in 15th, that of Darcy Parkinson. Darcy has really seemingly gotten stuck. We were talking about him cutting through the field pretty easily, like his name was Andy Blade or something, and it's not been going well since.
You boy Jesse says pairs dancing is a totally other event.
Indeed.
In reference, we got like a 12-second delay on the stream there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the synchronized spinning. Yes. Somebody is going really slowly there, and I'm not sure who that is.
Could be anybody.
Might have just been. I think it's just Alex Loeffler made a mistake, and that's what he was moving slow on. But it looked like he was moving noticeably. So Travis Wallace is all over the back of Mike Wyatt. This could get ugly.
It's gonna be a Wyatt.
It's gonna be punk rock versus rage metal.
It's gonna be interesting. Chattel your enter Lamb of God. Whoa!
Pretty much. The angrier driver will win.
The one-man Wyatt versus the Hunger God.
Yep. Should have seen Travis last night in the drop-in race trying to race without a front end and somehow managing to do it.
The guy breaks everything.
He does. He does break everything.
He just cannot have nice things.
No, he can't. We also got to hear the family Wallace on the background radio. Yeah. It's like, are you done yet? No, I'm not done yet. Are you going to be done soon?
Nice.
So Travis putting the pressure on Mike Wyatt, welcoming him to the ESR field with some proper pressure.
Well, since we have Andy Blade live in chat here, is it true that you've been a naughty boy and you paid those guys to put you in the wall like that?
He's gonna say yes.
I mean, it's not Wednesday, but it's okay to treat yourself twice a week.
This has become a sadomasochistic thing.
He responds with, "Yes, I suck." I mean, I was trying to give you a way out, but I mean, if you want to just fess up, that's okay. Just trying to dramatize the subject.
For those of you in the lower class, for those of you in the lower...
Hold on, I'm writing a fan fiction. It's going to be called 50 Shades of Blade.
50 Shades of Blade! For those of you in the lower class of the Academy, Andy Blade, your headmaster, everybody!
Everybody makes mistakes, and then we get to make fun of them for it. It's great.
Nice,
fun, fantastic.
Be nice to Andy.
Be nice to Blademan. We got Carl live and direct. We got Carl Hackman right here in the live chat. Andy needs Boddingtons. That's not untrue. He could probably do with some McEwen's import since he is an expat. Noted author Carl Hackman live in chat. I saw that he posted up some driving. I don't know if they're tutorials or track maps or what they are, but I meant to look into them.
We apparently have a special guest in the TeamSpeak if you want to drag him down into the booth, sir.
Oh shit, I gotta do double duty. Anyway, Carl, if since you're listening, I'm gonna look into your videos because I enjoy all things with British accent.
Carl does have that video, that voice that is really appropriate for radio. And therefore podcasting / YouTube.
Was moved to your channel.
We've been joined in the content
Andrew,
booth.
explain yourself.
Explain yourself, Andy. What happened?
Well, I just had a lovely motorcycle race, ride back to the pits.
Oh, there you
go. Yeah, we can see that. You're right there.
Well, somehow I ended up clicking it onto default.
Somehow. Mm-hmm.
Default.
Yeah,
default.
So I had a 12 wing on, and then I stuffed it into the wall and smashed the aero off, and I kept going slower and slower.
Why did you not pit? Is I suppose the question.
I was just not feeling it. I was too far away from the pace. I was losing so much time anyway. And I can't change the setup.
I mean, you can still...
I could only fix
get your front end fixed still.
Yeah, but it was too slow, the car. It just wasn't handling. Everyone was passing
Martin
him.
Edmonds defending as we talk here from Zerai again, who's looking to get past him. What's what? Oh my God! Oh, someone, write it down. Martin did the bus stop correctly for the first time in this race. He managed to tame the bus stop turn. A round of applause, people.
At the car wash.
In fairness, the bus stop chicane is a very difficult turn, but I'm still not going to let you forget this, Martin.
Was he been screwing it up?
He's been screwing it up every lap.
I listen. I don't know anything about anything, and I know he's doing that badly.
If you think it's bad, then it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
Every time it cuts around to that particular area, and I know this because it's like an uphill to the left. It's just this conglomeration of not goodness, and he's always at the center of it.
Absolutely. Eugenio put the pressure on Eric Friesen. These two have been battling for a really long time, and it's actually hurting them because they keep dropping back.
Yeah, that was a good battle, eh?
We have a cheer for Fran Machuca from Rafael Batista Lete.
Oh! I do not know him, but I do. I assume he's one of Fran's boys. So, welcome. To the channel.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Wait, is that the right thing to say? I don't know.
That's Portuguese.
Yeah, I know that. Isn't he Portuguese?
Nice Spanish.
Bueno.
Bueno.
He's from Brazil.
He's from Brazil. Obrigado. He's from Brazil. Rafael.
There we go. There we go.
Pronounce it right and everything. Fuck you.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Rafael.
Martin's going again.
Martin on the defensive once again in a fight here. And Dennis Meister putting the pressure on Eugenio now, trying to get up into the top 10. He's having a really solid race. Doing a great job. And,
I believe Mr. Walby's on default too, eh? Stuck on
yeah, that would explain why his general lack of progress through the field. He's really been having a rough time.
You guys nerd out for a second. I gotta pee.
Nerding out, okay.
Yeah. Make yourself muted, dude.
So yeah, we've lost Andy from the race. We've got Dale Smith at the back of the pack. We got someone going in the pit lane. It is Eugenio Laurentio is going to be our first man to the pit lane.
Yes.
What are you
Jesse,
laughing
at? Well, Jesse's, bashing me in the chat.
Jesse Hampton bashing Andy Blake. Continue, please, sir.
At least I tried. I was there. I showed up. But
Jesse,
it does suck when it's
Jesse almost ended up getting traded to my my F4 team. So it's interesting.
Had he been bad?
No, we had Darcy to try to balance out, and the question was, should Darcy go to Team Boss, and then Boss would have to trade Jesse to me, or do I get Darcy? And in the end, I got Darcy. So there we go.
So who got Jesse? Or is he on his own team?
He's still on Boss. He's still on Boss with John Barker, Travis Wallace, Dennis Meister is on that team. Eugenio,
so basically, you couldn't pay anyone to take him. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that at all, sir.
Quit typing private messages telling me that.
I mean there is one driver that probably may or may not have had to have a bribe exchange to be accepted on a team, but it was not Jesse.
Ooh,
was it J-Dog?
The team's out.
I mean, if it was J-Dog, I would require $1 million.
Yeah.
I've raced with J-Dog. It's not pretty.
Ugh.
Honestly,
no way I was going to last for another hour. I really need that pee break.
Playing any video game with J-Dog is not pretty.
Fuck me. I mean, unless I'm the bait.
Well, that's playing against him. That's different. Lachlan Nichols and Rick Martel. No, this is gonna be Walby and I'm confused. Lachlan Nichols. Okay, it is Rick Martel. Okay, he's. I was right the first time.
You got it.
We got three there.
Yeah, it's I think it's Eugenio trying to come back through the field, is it? No, it's not. That's it's gotta be.
Yeah, it's Jorgen
It's Jürgen, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Rocking out deep.
pardon me. It's Jürgen Walby fighting with them. Ariel Zattoni, Dennis Meissner, Gerardo Del Vea having a real good fight for 10th place here. Dennis did not find the bus stop there.
Oh!
In true Danish fashion, tries to ford the rivers. Did not work.
Did not really work.
Little grass cutting going on.
I know that
Martin Sayers are right now.
Somewhere between poutine and chicken noodle soup.
Messy then.
no baguette tire for you.
I mean, he may have started as a baguette, but it ain't a baguette no more.
No, he is more like the dumpling.
This guy that's chasing him must be a debutant. I don't recognize the name.
Yeah, I believe him. He's a new face to me. So is Mike Wyatt, Justin Swan, who I know is one of Travis's boys. I guess we have to stop calling Josiah Jerome his boy because he's actually got his boy in here now.
He's got a full team of boys by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's got a boy stable. Oh,
An entire stable of boys.
I see Mike's out in front.
A very rare appearance from Mike Stoffville on the camera right now.
Woo, I'm waving.
Just enjoying a 19.7 second lead.
It's taking him a hell of a lot longer to creep up towards 20 seconds than regular.
Yeah, he seems to have made a couple of mistakes and like had some periods where he's actually lost some time, but it's been growing.
He might have been just trying to get on the camera, slowing it down a bit.
It's just been like, come on, guys, I want to get on YouTube.
Justin Swan, live on the Death Label.
And this is not the Academy 2019, by the way.
No.
Yes, it is.
I'm aware. We were kind of.
These are some good drivers for Academy drivers.
We had some technical difficulties trying to get things
Tell
to
me-
work, and
tell
it
me
got
about
rushed. It got rushed, and we didn't get to change the logo.
Hey, don't matter. Who cares?
I mean, we could just play it. No, this is totally our Academy. These are the worst guys we have.
Oh, and Darcy's in there too. I didn't realize.
Yeah, he's been kind of coming through the field. He's on a bit of a charge now, but it's been kind of haltingly intermittent.
He was stuck at 14th for a long time, and now he's in 13th. And I'm not sure what's taking him so long to try and catch up to anybody else.
Yeah, he's catching up to
Perhaps
Dennis.
he's also the default warrior.
He's took about a half second out of Dennis Meissner so far this lap, so he is catching, but he's got almost 8 seconds to go. So
Live in chat, we have Carl Hackman with Stoffmeal has pitted twice, polished the remnants of Andy's car, and still in the lead.
Speaking of which, we got Mike Stoffmeal on camera again.
It's your boy!
What we should make Mike go in the pits, pick up my car and tow that around with him, and then maybe everyone else would have a chance.
No. He has to go in the pits. Get out of the car. Go into your car and drive it.
dirty bastard Lachlan Nichols.
Lachlan Nichols with a drive-through for track limits abuse. Not good news for the Australian contingent. He's in a fierce fight with Jürgen Walby now, so that may have been the Speaking of which, you know what? I'm going to counterman the auto director and go to that fight between Jürgen Walby and Lachlan Nichols.
No, don't leave me here with these people.
Well, we're just watching Mike Stoffmill.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well,
look at that majestic bastard. Look at him go.
That's Walby versus Lachlan Nichols, and Walby's actually catching up to Rick Martel. Is that the car that Rick's always been racing? Because it looks new to me. The kind of pale eggshell blue and white car.
You think he went in the pits and resprayed it?
Well, no, I mean, like, I think he used a different car in prior rounds, is all.
Actually, I believe Rick Martel always races the 52 Studebaker.
Not if there's a golf option.
Correct.
In the background of this fight, we also have Eugenio Lorenko, who made an early pit stop. I feel like that couldn't have been a scheduled pit stop. He must have taken some damage. He is in behind them in 20th position.
Yeah, because he was quite high up, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
See, Travis is up there in third, smashing them paddles.
Travis has in fact gotten past Mike Wyatt into that third place position, and he's caught up to Fran Machuca pretty nicely as well. Got that gap down to about 3 seconds.
Has anybody let Travis know that the flappy paddles aren't a fidget spinner and he shouldn't just be like tapping them all the time for no reason?
We should probably mention that sometime.
We'll get around to it.
So Rick Martel's kind of holding up Jurgen Walby, I think, and that's letting Lachlan Nichols get back into this fight.
There's going to be 4 in here.
I guess, Andy, here's the question for you. If you're Jurgen Walby and if you're Rick Martel, and Lachlan goes up the inside of you, do you just let him go knowing he has a drive-through penalty?
No, I'd slam him off track.
Slam him off track?
Yeah,
I mean, of course you'd let him go. Of course, why wouldn't you?
Because there's no sense fighting. There's no sense fighting with him when he's got what is going to be a 35 to 40 second penalty.
True enough. But
So
he
they're
might as well just sit there and take the penalty.
Oh, there he is. He's actually going for the penalty now. We follow Lachlan Nichols as he goes in for his drive-through, or I mean, I guess he could be going for a pit stop and then he'll do the drive-through, but no, this appears to be the drive-through.
He's going to have to do the drive-through first, otherwise he'll get disqualified.
Yeah, you have 3 laps to do it in, correct? Yeah, so...
No, you're still looking at I'm looking at the live stream. You're still doing your own thing, watching Lol Chan Nichols.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the auto director. I just wanted to see the penalty get served.
Served!
I needed the walk of shame for Lachlan Nichols.
That's fair. I totally support that.
Game.
I mean, he is a horrible genetic criminal.
I mean, anytime Lachlan Nichols goes into the pit lane, you know I'm going to be watching really close. I've had bad experiences. I still have dreams about it, man.
I mean, he's just not. He's almost cool enough to live in New Zealand, but not quite.
All right, so the auto director has now gone back to the battle between Martel, Wolby, and Lorenco. This is really not working out for Lorenco, who made that early pit stop and has gotten stuck behind this. It's got to be hurting his chances of securing a top 10 here today.
We kind of need to know why he went in the pits.
I mean, it could have been it just felt too early, and the fact that no one's gone into the pits since him makes me think that had to be some damage.
That would be too early for sure.
Yeah, that can't have been a fuel idea. Rick Martel just losing both spots there as he kind of may have gotten out of the way a little bit. Gerardo Del Vea fighting with Eric Friesen. This is a bit of a historical rivalry over 9th place here. Heading into the bus stop, Martin Edmonds, please take notes. This is how you do the bus stop. You brake, then you turn in, then you turn the other way, and you're good to go. You're good to go. I don't know why it's so hard. Oh, someone's going in the pit lane, actually. It's Martin Lauer.
Kind of reminds me I should apologise to James Butler. I don't know.
Actually, we got 2 people in the pits.
If you don't apologize to James Butler, he may just buttle you into the ground.
We have 2 cars in the pits, and in fact, it's the 2 Martins. Martin Lauer and Martin Edmonds taking simultaneous pit stopping.
I'm going to guess Martin gets out first.
And they're right in front of... That Martin Edmonds' pit stop is right in front of Martin Lauer's. This is hilarious.
What?
So here they go. Where are they going to come out in relation to Eugenio? Because that's the question. He's the one that's pitted. Martin Edmonds is out first. Martin Lauer has picked up a speeding in the pit lane penalty. No!
Seriously.
They have come out well ahead of Eugenio, so Eugenio's early pit stop is costing him. He's lost out a lot of ground.
Speeding in the pit lane. What is he from, Saskatchewan? Listen, sir, not everything's a straight line. Also, we have live in the chat someone named Andrew Bladenstein apologizing to James Butler for kicking him right in the butthole.
In the butthole? Why would you do that to Mr. Butler?
I gotta explain, because I've seen him do it so many times on lap 1 to everyone else. I thought I'd give him a taste of his own medicine.
Oh,
well, snap!
As his instructor, it seems only fair.
Corrective bumping. I think Jurgen Walby's also made his pit stop because he slipped a fair ways back, so I suspect he's been in for fuel and tires, or possibly just fuel.
The crew rip wing off the back of it.
That would probably help. We are now speaking of James Butler. He is battling with Justin Swan over 12th position.
I'm not going to be able to let go of it. One of my favorite movies is The Phantom of the Paradise, and the bad guy in the movie, his name is Swan. And his house is called his house / mansion is called the Swanage, and all kinds of things like that.
You're just full of useless crap, ain't you?
Look, listen. Who came over to my country and didn't bring me Cubans?
Oh, we've had a game crash.
Oh, I don't like that.
What?
Is it your game crash?
It's my game crash.
You are fired as shit. Oh, it's right up there on live stream. That's hilarious.
Rebooting.
Oh my God, turn the porn off.
You want me to read the fucking error code?
You can read it if you want.
We're
I'm
watching
gonna know
you
what's going
dick
on.
around through Race Room and the thing, the Steam. Allow this app to do a thing.
Don't
Is it
we cue the
updated?
elevator music now?
We are sorry. We are currently having problematic
We have
Some
difficulties.
good beats.
Fluffy Jerome, R.I.P. in live chat. I don't know if this is actually going through on live chat.
I'm going to say that that's Josiah Jerome, possibly.
Oh yeah, we are totally going through on live chat. Nice.
Yeah.
We are headed back into the game, everybody.
We're going in. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. We're going back in. We're loading back in.
Jesse's like, ooh, intermission. Yes, we are that fancy.
We are that fancy. We will sadly have missed some of the action and possibly pit stops, which means we'll have to speculate on pit stops for the rest of this broadcast.
Oh God.
Dolce, Josiah Jerome, who we cheer for not impartially.
Indeed, not impartially at all. There we are. We are back in, everybody, with Eugenio Lorenzo and Eric Friesen having a fight.
I'm watching the guy who's down with the syndrome.
Down with the syndrome.
John Barker.
John Barker, speeding in the pit lane penalty.
You badass.
Womp womp. Now I'm watching Darcy fence around
Jesse,
here.
Yeah. Could I have sneaked back in the game when we were resetting then?
Maybe.
That would have been sweet.
Darcy Parkinson going up the inside of Dennis Meichner there for 8th position, so he's on the charge. Theoretical pit stoppers. I think Eric Friesen's probably been in the pits. He's dropped down a bit. Ariel Zatoni might have been in the pit lane. James Butler, I would say, has definitely been in. He picked up the penalty for speeding in the pits, so I would hope he's been in the pit lane. That would be impressive if he was in the pit lane, got the penalty, and didn't pit.
Mr. Hackman would like to know if you pitted there, Mike.
He's talking about stuff wheel.
May have required a pit stop.
Oh, what happened to Mike? I thought he was
Mike Stockmill.
the commentator.
Yeah, Mike Stockmill has dropped to 3rd place. I believe he's been in for his pit stop service.
To answer both questions, probably and maybe, and yes, Mike's PC decided to take a pit stop.
Alex Loeffler is in the pits, as is Mike Wyatt. See Loeffler actually there on screen. That's Wyatt. That's Wyatt coming out and Loeffler in the pits. They have the same car. It's confusing.
And both British racers currently way back in the pack, which is why Andy moved to Canada in the first place.
Not a strong day for Team UK
I
with
couldn't
James
wait
Butler
for
and John
Brexit.
Barker. Team
Brexited
JB.
early.
Team JB Racing.
I did have Brexit early. I had sausage, eggs, bacon. It was lovely.
But what's really going to be hilarious is in like 7 to 10 years from now, and somebody grabs the Lord of the Rings screen grabs and goes, "What about second Brexit?"
Rick Martel in the pit lane. Dale Smith in the pit lane heading back out. Oh no, heading in. Whoa! Dale Smith with the most interesting pit lane wag I've ever seen. So there you go.
The most interesting pit lane wag in the world.
And now we
You
have the
think
kid.
he braked in?
Might have. The racing spectators decided that we really need to look at some trees.
Correct. I find them low res and gauche.
Very gauche. Very gauche.
Mike
That's a
Wyatt,
woodpecker.
currently
No.
sexiest thing on the track.
No, it wasn't. It was Jesse's eagle. You see it?
They won't let Carl Hackman into Canada. Why is that? Is it because you speak
a criminal.
French?
He's a convicted criminal, yeah.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. That's why he's in the Dominican.
Yeah.
I would listen. if you're in the Dominican and you can't get into Canada,
You're on the wrong boat.
there's some cool shit we got. It's a lot of legal weed,
He's
but
not denying it, though, is he? Look in the chat.
They call him the hacksaw back in the UK.
Yeah, it's
Carl
probably
the
putting it on now.
bone saws ready.
They're disconnecting from social media as we speak.
He might be under investigation for animal cruelty
Why
involving
is
pigs.
Lachlan in the park? What's he doing?
Carl Hackman may or may not have
Is he
been
4x4?
found guilty in absentia for beating a priest to death with a giant rubber dildo.
I think Lachlan needs a GPS. He's lost.
Yeah, Lachlan is running around in the forest, apparently.
Where's the fire?
Where's the
He's
track?
looking for fairies.
It's this way, Lachlan. This way.
Mike Wyatt in a
This
fight
way to
here
the
with
gingerbread house.
Mike Wyatt here in a fight with Darcy Parkinson. Now, this is not the most fair fight in the world, as Parkinson is not pitted and Wyatt has. Which, the question becomes if Mike Wyatt took tires, he should have a significant advantage over Darcy at this point, although whether he took tires is a debatable point. As I know that there are some drivers who have gone the entire race distance in the Enduro on one set of tires.
Yeah. Crazy.
In fact, shout out to Wayne Hutchinson, our boy over in the Zero GT team, who went the entire race on one tank of gas.
And where did he finish?
Not terribly high, but it's still.
A finish is a finish.
He made the fuel saving work. That's all that matters.
I'd like
Travis,
to send a shout out to Senor Juan Barcadero, who is apparently going to watch this tomorrow. So he's currently making Sunday breakfast while watching the race. And enjoy your eggs over whatever.
Eggs Benedict.
It could be eggs Benedict. I like mine over hard, but then I like them over hard mixed in with a bunch of different shit. So that's
I'm a boring egg eater. I just scramble them.
And scrambled's good too. You can mix a lot of shit in there. Spices,
I do.
Onion, garlic.
My personal favorite is to hit it with like a heavy dose of the garlic salt.
Oh yeah.
And then throw in some paprika on top of that. A little bit of black pepper. Magnificent.
Not too bad. Mayo? No mayo?
Nah, not a mayo guy. Mike Wyatt looking to make a move here on Darcy Parkinson for 5th place. He is through. Time to speculate who still has to pit. Travis Wallace definitely has to pit. No way he's ahead of Mike Stockmill if he doesn't have to pit. Zarai probably has to pit. Darcy Parkinson, I think, has to pit. Dennis Meissner, Justin Swan.
Carl Hackman has included a bunch of details.
Someone is in the pits, and that is currently Zarai in the pit.
Carl Hackman has included some details to go along with the alleged infringement on personal freedoms and or safety.
That's not alleged because
and we won't include these here as a description and or incrimination. You'll have to read the chat, so pay attention.
We got Zarai and Dennis Meissner in the pits. They're making their fuel stop. Pretty quick pit stop from the Ukrainian driver, so I imagine not a tire stop. Probably just fuel.
Dane on Ukraine violence.
Tell us if you know Igor Vovchanchin.
Listen,
would like to know.
Listen, on the real front here, if you know Igor Vovchanchin, if you've shaken Igor Vovchanchin's hand, you're in. I mean, there's no...
Welcome back. Well, you guys didn't go anywhere. We just did. Although, not all of us are back. We don't have Andy anymore. We
No,
have
shut
lost
up.
him.
Andy's just French now.
Okay, Andy's just a French-Canadian now.
Oui, you will be banned.
You will be penalized and you will be banned. Anyways, we had technical difficulties of several different sources, and we're gonna have to finish this commentary not live. So I apologize for not being live. So,
No problem.
to quickly put ourselves all on the same page, we got Travis Wallace leading the race, but he is yet to pit. From Mike Stockmill, Fran Machuca, Mike Wyatt, Darcy Parkinson, Justin Swan, Martin Edmonds, Alex Loeffler, Eugenio Lorenco, who left a nice comment on our video and actually enjoyed the fact that we were butchering his name, made it sound Italian. So there you go.
Is that not how you pronounce that?
He didn't actually give us.
Well
the
done,
pronunciation.
sir. Well done. You're gonna be called Eugene from now on, and that's all.
And rounding off the top 10 is Martin Lauer. Now, since we are not doing this live anymore, I'm not entirely certain who still has to pit. Other than I know that Travis Wallace does, and I think he just did pit because he's fallen back. And Mike Stockmill's taking the lead. So I'm assuming that Mr. Travis Wallace is in the pole right now.
I would assume so too.
We have Gerardo Del Valle coming up on the back of Zerai Garunian and Martin Lauer, who's in 10th. I think Lauer has to pit still, because I don't recall him being a top 10 car. Question mark.
When I was racing with Martin Lower, I noticed that he went to the pit same time as me, but then he went back in. So I'm pretty sure he already pitted.
He got okay. Maybe what it is, he got a penalty. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Being in the pit lane. All right. So Gerardo going for the move here on Garunian, and in the background there you can see the car of Ariel Zattoni. So it's the good friends Ariel Zattoni and Gerardo Del Valle. Maybe a little teamwork here, working their way through the grid. Although Ariel's had a bit of a rough race. If I recall correctly, he qualified like 6th. So to be down in 12th place is less than ideal. And at this point, I'm pretty sure Justin Swan has not pitted. Martin, does that sound probably correct to you? He's up
To be honest, I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it's safe to say that some people have and have not pitted.
Well, it's possible everyone's pitted, actually. I really don't know. I knew Travis hadn't because he was, ahead of Mike Stockmill, and that doesn't happen.
But to go, since we're talking about Travis here, holy crap, was he ever fast in this race? It was crazy.
Indeed, Travis would like all the Academy drivers to realize he qualified really far back and just had a clean race, and now he's in 2nd place. So
that was crazy.
That's a hard one to beat. Also, we did make the announcement of the Academy is now up on Race App, so be sure to check that out. And
sign up, Byron.
And let me know what car you want livery-wise, if you've not already done so. And still this battle going on for 10th place here is letting Martin Lauer kind of stretch his legs a little bit and get out ahead. Maybe he can catch up to the man who has now been dubbed Eugene, who's up in 8th place there.
Eugene Lawrence.
Also, I think Eugenio and Martin actually have the same car, so that might get a little confusing at points. We have lost at this point Andy Blade and I believe Dale Smith and...
No, I don't think so. I think Dale finished.
No, Dale is still running. Okay, so just Andy Blade.
Correct.
Actually, I believe Travis Wallace is crashed.
No, he's just 22 seconds behind Mike Stockmill, which is borderline close to Mike Stockmill for this part of the race. We got less than a half minute to go here in the race, and looks like we're going to be following this battle here that goes from 8th down to 12th for a while, because this is 5 cars that are very close together, and one mistake could cost somebody a number of positions.
Nice back. So, yes,
it does look like Gerardo and Ariel are kind of following off the back end of this. Can't quite seem to stay with the 3 cars ahead of them.
I can confirm only Andy DNF.
Alright, so just Andy out of the race. And Ariel's going for a move down the inside of Gerardo Del Valle, and he is not, or he was on the outside, pardon me. He did not get it done. Good defensive driving there from the Mexican Gerardo Del Valle, and we ride with Zerai Garunian from Rotec Racing. Very cool car, love that car. And he's up on the tail of Martin Lauer trying to get through. I think he was ahead of Lauer a couple of laps ago, so he's only recently lost that position. And up to front, not really much is changing. This is really the only battle really worth watching. Everyone else is kind of kind of on their own, kind of spread. Well, no, I take that back. Darcy Parkinson, Eric Friesen, and James Butler are out a little bit of scrap down there for 13th position. Hopefully we'll check in on that at some point. Darcy's charge through the grid seems to have kind of stalled up a little bit. Speaking of which, here it is, Darcy Parkinson.
6 and 7 we'll have a battle to the end.
A championship battle between Martin Edmonds and Alex Loeffler. So Martin, as the championship leader, tell us how your season has gone and what has been your key to success.
Well, I can't say it was practice because I unfortunately did not have time to do any practice. I don't know, the car is super steady. You just gotta take your time, I think, is key. And also, being there for all 4 races helps a lot. But with that said, there will be a shake-up in the scoring because we've been testing some new scoring system for the next series, and I'm looking into getting it applied to current Enduro set. And I think
just
a lot of people
to break in a moment here, it looks like Justin Swan has indeed hit it because he's dropping back in a number of positions. So I think that answers our earlier question.
So yes, the new scoring system will probably be applied to all of those races together. It makes a whole lot more sense. And maybe, Mike, you can do the selling bid here with the details that you gave us.
Personally, I think the new point scoring system will reward a little bit more of actual pace before the gaps at the front of the grid were really, really close, and it kind of meant that you'd show up, you do your thing, you do really well, and then figure out that like this dude that you have been beating every race is still ahead of you because you missed one extra race. And we're trying to take that away, but we're also trying to balance that with not letting people run away with the championship. And I think what we've got is going to really achieve that. It also looks a lot like a real life system. By the way, Alex Loeffler tried to go around the outside of Martin Edmonds. That didn't work out too well. And that being said, Martin also lost it. Oh yes, and we of course had the earlier joke of just saying you don't know how to take the bus stop. So, Martin, would you like to address our outrageous accusations that you have no idea what you're doing in the bus stop?
I've always struggled with it. I'm not gonna lie, but I think my first, I would say probably 6 or 7 laps, I did struggle. And then by the end, it was pretty good. Even in a battle like this one here, I was managing okay. So yeah, not my strongest point. Totally losing a lot of time there.
All right, Martin's still holding off Alex Loeffler. Key demographic for the championship. These are the 2 men that are, it's a little too early to say that it's between the 2 of them, because particularly with Mike Stoffel making a habitual habit of being in there. Martin Lauer, in the meantime, is dropping back. He's lost a spot to Zerai Garunian, and now is under pressure from Ariel Zattoni, who has finally gotten around Gerardo Del Valle, seemingly more or less good. Speaking of the bus stop, that is the bus stop for those who are unaware. Alex Loeffler still putting the pressure on Martin Edmonds as well. And not really a ton going on elsewhere. It looks like Darcy Parkinson has gotten around Eric Friesen. Hasn't left him for dead yet, but he's already opened up about a 1.2 second gap, 1.2 second gap. I expect to see that probably grow. But Darcy's been charging from the back of the pack. And, hey, Dale Smith is a man on a bit of a charge. Oh, wait, no, that was just a lag problem.
It jumps once in a while. So, Byron, you're too quiet. What's going on?
There are cars going around in circles.
I mean, not factually untrue.
It's about all I've got at this point. I pretty much said everything I had to say about this race when the race was happening already.
I know, me and Byron, I think, our batteries are a little discharged on this race.
Yes, and you guys have to do it live.
We didn't have to, we chose to.
We volunteered our time, and then I fucked it up.
So, question. When the stream died, you guys continued doing the commentary, or you knew that it died?
We knew that
after Mike's computer exploded and he tragically had to be deported, we had a certain hint that maybe things weren't going right.
Well, the first time it went down, it was the game crashed. So we had that. Then we got to go back and going again. And then the computer crashed. And then we came back, and we started streaming again. And unfortunately, we had no sound except for me talking. So everyone, you know, got to see what it's like when Mike talks to the voices in his head.
It was good times.
All right. Well, that was a challenge.
I appreciate Jesse Hampton trying to defend my sanity. It was a bit of a waste of time, Jesse, but I appreciate the thought. Alex Loeffler putting the pressure on Martin Edmonds heading into that vaunted bus stop. Can he get the job done here? Doesn't look like it. Martin's got a good solid line through there.
He didn't mess it up.
Ariel Zatoni trying to do the same thing. He's trying to get on the inside of Martin Lauer a little bit forcefully, to be honest. I don't really think that there's. I don't really think that he lined that up properly. Both him and Loeffler kind of went to the outside of the bus stop. I don't think that there's a pass there unless you can get the inside line.
Unless you're sliding, like it happened on one of mine, and I managed to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, obviously the possibility of the car heading, losing control, and making a massive mistake is always going to open the door. But I mean, assuming that the car ahead of you drives somewhat close to optimum through the bus stop, I don't think you can go around the outside of it.
Heard that.
Or her. And Alex Loeffler trying to make a move. Martin going very defensive here. In the background, you can see Eugenio and Zerai, the two debutantes, trying to fight over second place for the debut drivers. With Mike Wyatt up in fourth place, having a fantastic showing here in his debut.
Very nice. Super consistent.
So it looks like Martin Lauer has fought off Ariel Zatoni for now. And is getting a hand from Gerardo Del Vea, who's putting the pressure on Ariel, making him think about multiple things. And a nice move down the inside. I mean, a bit of a mistake there by Ariel, but he left the door open and Gerardo was right there to pounce on it.
I have a feeling he might have let him pass. It looked like it.
See, like, I agree that that's a possible read on it, but it seems like Ariel's the faster of the two in this circumstance. So it's a bit weird that he would let Gerardo pass, especially when he's been battling with him, like, pretty consistently.
Maybe he decided to give him a shot at Martin Lauer.
I suppose. All things are possible. So Ariel, Gerardo, if you wanna comment on any potential team orders there, any potential friendly agreement, let us know. Or if it was just Ariel making a little bit of a mistake and getting a little too deep on the brakes. Alex Loeffler still looking to get around Martin Edmonds. He desperately needs to beat Edmonds in a couple of races coming up here. Otherwise, his championship hopes are gonna get slim.
This is gonna be a race to the finish.
Got 19 minutes, about 20 minutes left, so that's gonna take it a while. And here we are in the bus stop again. Doesn't look like a little bit of a slide there. But you retained fifth place. That's really all that matters in that circumstance. Loeffler's still trying to find a way around. I've been saying it a couple. Going down the inside. Little bumpy. I don't think that's gonna work out.
Oh, that's what happened. I was wondering. I gave him lots of room. I went way wide, and suddenly he was way back.
Yeah, I think the problem was he dove down the inside a little bit before you had given them the room. So you did a good job of avoiding contact, but he was kind of already on too tight of a line to really make the corner.
All right.
And Gerardo on the tail of Martin Lauer here. I'm so unused to Martin Lauer having to fight for it, to be honest. He's, of course, a veteran zero racer and has been, I would say, the fastest zero racer in history just in terms of relative pace, and had just been owning it until the ESR merger occurred. And to see him having to fight for it, it's in a way rewarding, because I mean, you gotta think that he's having a fun time doing it.
I think so.
Under immense pressure from both Gerardo Del Vea and Ariel Zatoni right now, locking the brakes up, and that's going to open up the door for Del Vea. He's got the inside line, but it's going to turn into the outside line. If Mark can hold a tight one, and he can, he's going to retain that position. But the door is open once again.
This is where the team order came in.
And Del Vea slipped down the inside. Martin has to give up the position there. He couldn't hold the line, and that's going to drop him to 10th place.
Fair play.
Ariel Zatoni up next. A little forceful, but nothing untowards, I would have to say. Well set up. Like I think Gerardo was thinking 3 turns ahead there, and actually had that set up easily 2 to 3 turns before that actually happened. Very nice work. Shout out to Martin Lauer. Hopefully he makes the 0 race at Monza before racing there. And here goes Lauer trying to fight back. He's going to have the inside line through this sweeper. And that's going to head into the bus stop. If he can choose the right line.
Oh, Ariel's getting on this.
Ariel's got a little bit of lag issues though. But there you see what I kind of mean is that Martin just got stuck on the outside there, and
yeah.
There's just no way really to go around the outside of a car. At the bus stop. I don't mean like in any corner. Obviously it's possible to pass on the outside. But the bus stop, that's a tough sell.
These two again.
Alex Loeffler still putting the pressure on Martin Edmonds. Travis Wallace is more or less keeping up with Mike Stockmill. He's just 22 seconds behind. And here we go into Eau Rouge. This could be interesting. Here we go. Can Martin get the job done here? This is the most fun turn in all.
Oh, there we go.
Just absolutely full on. Alex Loeffler, in the meantime, has taken 5th place away from Martin Edmonds up ahead of this.
Damn it.
And can Martin go around the outside? Gerardo's on a very defensive line. Is he going to expose himself to Ariel Zatoni? The answer is yes and no. He can't make the pass on the outside, but he does hold off Ariel Zatoni.
Definitely some good racing right there.
Solid. Martin's having a little bit of trouble with that turn, though. You can see that's the second time he's gone too deep in there. And, it's definitely opening him up to Ariel Zatoni coming to the attack. A little bit of a nudge. Nothing too much, though. Meantime, Edmonds trying to get back past Loeffler here for 5th position. And you guys are losing a lot of ground there to both Zerai and Eugenio, who are coming up pretty fast.
Yeah, way off the pace.
That's what you get when you're dueling with someone. It's what I've been telling a lot of guys in the academy is that sometimes fighting with someone is not actually the right answer. I don't mean that as like a non-violence.
Oh.
Ariel Zatoni still putting the pressure on here. I had a little blip on my screen. You're at about 15 minutes, 8 seconds, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
8, 7.
Yeah, we're good. So it didn't move the timeline, just maybe my screen having a little flicker. I don't know. We'll see. Martin Edmonds still putting the pressure on Alex Loeffler, trying to get through. We got 15 minutes left. Can he make it happen?
Ooh. Good deep.
Well, you both went pretty deep there.
Yep, I followed him.
You can see
That's something else you can tell your academy racer. Don't follow the guy in front.
Oh yeah, I think
do your own line.
a couple of them have learned that the hard way. And we're actually we're going back a little bit here. Jorgen Walby. Do we know what happened with Jorgen in this race? Because I believe Andy said he was stuck on default setup. Maybe it was the problem.
It was.
But he's a ways back here fighting with John Barker right now.
Well, here's the thing: is this car should be driven with one wing. Will give you a hell of a lot more top speed. And he was stuck at 16. So you're losing everywhere. 16, I could see it on the track, I don't know, like Zolder or Shishkin. But on a track like this, that's, no, not a good plan.
Indeed. Although, I don't know, Zolder to me doesn't really seem like that high of a downforce track to me.
Well, it's tighter turns. What I mean, but
very tight turns, very tight. And anyone who disagrees with me is probably correct. I'm terrible at Zolder. I don't think I've had one single good result at that track in my entire. Martin Evans still putting the pressure on Alex Loeffler, trying to get around him. Top 4, pretty well decided. Drive-through penalty for Dennis Meichner, abuse of track limits.
Womp womp.
uh-oh.
That's less than ideal for Dennis. He is running down in 16th position. That'll probably cost him... It may not cost him anything, to be honest. He's fairly far ahead, but if he loses to John Barker and Jurgen Walby, I also wouldn't be surprised. I'm not sure what the delta on a penalty is here, but it'd have to be close to 35 seconds for it to really matter. Justin Swan on our screen here, battling with James Boutelier, one of your favorites, Byron.
Oh, Le Boutelier!
And in fact, in the
noted,
background, you can see Dennis Meissner in the other green car there.
I'll take a wild guess, and I would assume that Meissner probably went straight at Radillion.
Or he could have gone wide through the sweepers. Oh, Alex Loeffler gets the bus stop horribly wrong. This opens the door for Martin Edmond. Can he make it stick?
I was trying to give him a lot of room right there.
Yeah, Loeffler's got a ton of room to try and shoot down the inside. He doesn't elect to. Cedes the position for now. Martin runs a little bit wide. Wider than you probably should, but not too bad.
Shout out to Alex, clean racer. I enjoyed.
Indeed, I'm actually watching these Enduro races. I'm very disappointed that I haven't gotten the pleasure of racing against Mr. Alex Loeffler.
Maybe I'll sign up for a series. I'll try to get him into the Porsche.
I'm not doing the Porsche, so that doesn't help anything.
Oh. Why are you afraid of the Porsche?
Hate it.
Alright.
You know you want it.
Jurgen Walby up, jammed in behind John Barker, but of course Barker probably running a more effective wing.
I would assume.
Which means that Walby's going to have a hard time in the key overtaking areas because he's not going to maintain the speed that Barker can. Although John Barker also not having a great race, so maybe he's not got an optimal setup or perhaps is carrying some damage. I'm used to him being fairly higher up in the pecking order than the 17th place he is shown in currently. Martin Edmonds has lost the position to Alex Loeffler once again and is back on the attack there for 5th place. Behind them, Eugenio getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little worried about that.
Further back, Martin Lauer still holding off Ariel Zatoni. We haven't checked in on that battle in a while. Actually, here we are. We're right here now. Ariel Zatoni in 11th place, still putting the pressure on Martin Lauer. Eric Friesen's gotten back past Darcy Parkinson, so I apologize to Mr. Friesen, who I thought Darcy would kind of leave in the dust a little bit.
Good work, Eric.
And James Butler dropping back now, but it looks like he's had a moment, maybe a spin, because he's lost a spot to both Justin Swan and to Dennis Meissner, and is now about 24 seconds behind them. I don't think Meissner has served his penalty yet, so that'll be interesting to see how that complicates things. Might set up a fight between him and Butler for top Academy honors in this race, actually.
We should get more Academy racer on this, because this car is very easy to drive, and it's such a long race. Give them very valuable experience.
I think some of them are a little intimidated by the Enduro, but I definitely encourage any of the Academy drivers watching this to check out all the ESR series, because they're all good opportunities to learn. You don't need to limit yourself to just the Academy.
Yeah, don't be intimidated. We have slower driver on this field and faster driver, and I'd like to think that everyone respects everyone.
I mean, case in point, you've got a battle for 15th. Well, a battle for 15th once Meissner serves his penalty between two Academy drivers, and they're ahead of the likes of John Barker, Jurgen Walby, Lachlan Nichols, Dale Smith. So, I mean, definitely you can do some things.
I remember that one. I had to go hit the grass not to touch him.
Indeed, good job of avoiding contact, because I mean the last thing you'd want is to take yourselves both out and just open up the door for some of the guys further down. Like, you know Mike Stockmill's probably coming with his consistent speed and ridiculous form. Got a bunch of new guys here now with the likes of Mike Wyatt, Eugene Lorenzo, I'm just going to go with Laurencio. He seems to like it. We'll rock with it. Zerai Garanian's here. Of course, your arch nemesis, Gerardo Del Vea.
It's always around, prowling.
And as well as guys like Fran Machuca and Travis Walls. Oh, Martin in the wall!
Oh!
My goodness.
Martin Lauer destroys the car, much in the same mode as Andy Blade did when he ran into Dale Smith's plasma cutter.
Did you get hit by a bus?
That wasn't at the bus stop. That'd be a hell of a joke if it was. Come on, someone has to wipe out at the bus stop for us to use that.
Please don't be me.
Probably gonna be it.
Actually, there's been a few incidents at the bus stop.
Well, it's a hot area for incidents. Of course, it's Spa. It and Eau Rouge, probably the biggest hot zones on the entire circuit. It looks like Zerai Garunian's kind of run out of patience, and he's going on the attack against Eugenio Laurencio. So that's going to be a fight that's going to take the pressure off of you and Alex Loeffler. In the meantime, what do you think Martin Lauer's chances of holding that 11th place with a highly compromised front end?
Oh boy. Well, I don't know if it was really damaged. I didn't really notice, but
he lost parts of it. It's missing.
Okay,
It is missing the splitter for sure.
there's still 6 minutes. I would say he might lose a spot to Darcy and Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I think Darcy and Eric are probably the only ones. I think Justin Swan's a little bit too far back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you've got to think that with that damaged car, he's also more likely to possibly make some additional mistakes. That could bring some other people into play. It looks like Dennis Meister has served his penalty and has rejoined the race, still in 15th place, but just in front of James Butler.
Jason Giambi.
James P. Butler.
Well, hopefully, Martin Lower took a page out of Davanger and just take the car to the end, no matter what state it's in.
Well, I mean, technically, he's not even in the book of Vanger yet. He's got all four wheels. In the meantime, Eugenio getting back past Zerai with a nice little pass right there. Good work. And those two are buying you and Alex a lot of time up there with their current spat, 7th position.
So, number 7, what's his name? Sorry,
Eugenio Laurencio. It's definitely not Laurencio, but he said he liked the pronunciation, so I'm sticking with it.
Alright. Well, his nickname is Lano on Discord. I wonder if he's going that for short.
Camolato!
Come on!
Camolato!
I mean, me and Byron will mark out if someone shows up with the last name Milano at some point.
Oh, went wide.
Yeah, but you're not quite close enough to pounce on it. And in the background, it is still Zerai versus Eugenio there with... we're under 5 minutes remaining here. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. And the battle continues here.
To be honest, I decided at that point I was going to play it safe until the last lap.
Play the championship game?
Until the last lap. Because like you noticed, we were losing ground in the other two behind us, right? So, and decided to stay behind him and use him as a draft machine.
It's kind of weird that you decided that now, if I may say, because now they're fighting and you've actually stopped losing ground to them.
Yeah, well, maybe I thought my decision was the right one because we started gaining ground.
I mean, you will because they're fighting. But
yeah, exactly. But that was my plan. I said, well, we're losing too much time, so I decided to just take it easy, stay behind him, and hopefully get some drafting.
Speaking of fighting, Zerai Garunian with a move that Igor Vovchanchin would be proud of there through the early parts of this lap. Back into 7th place. We'll see if Eugenio Laurencio can get back in front. Eugenio, I feel like, is probably one of the fastest guys on the track. He qualified very, very high, if I recall, like 4/10 off of Mike Stottmiller. I think he started 2nd place. But has been battling with consistency throughout this race and just being able to put the full thing together as Zerai has gone wide and has opened up the door for Eugenio Laurencio. Here we go. Zarai's got the inside line, but the overlap definitely favors Eugenio, and he will take the position back. Nice work there. A little bit of contact, which I think was Zarai not maybe giving up on the position when he should have. Martin Edmonds back in front of Alex Loeffler. After all that talking about how you weren't going to go for it, you're back in front.
He made a mistake.
Further back, the Martin Lauer update. He's doing a good job, actually. Still has 5 seconds to the good over Eric Friesen and still holds 11th place. Probably helped by the fact that Darcy Parkinson, as you can see, is breathing all over the back of Eric Friesen and not letting him have a peaceful run here.
Byron, how's the blade watch?
I've got several.
I mean, the Andy Blade watches. His car is still half gone, possibly because of plasma cutter by Dale Smith, and is sitting in the pit lane.
That is very... Oh, I mean, I thought you were talking about like either the Blade movies or Knives. I have several of all of those.
Not seen all 3 Blade movies. I encourage you to do so.
Correct.
Great movies.
Despite the hate that Blade Trinity gets.
It sure did, actually. I think it's because the first one was so good.
It definitely has a
hard to
different.
live up.
It definitely has a different feel than the first 2 movies, but I do like it. Jurgen Walby further back has made a move on John Barker, finally promoting himself to 7th position there.
Where Alex gonna take it?
Alex Loeffler looking to make a move, but he's got to go around the outside here, and I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, actually, Eugenio is trying an identical move, and he actually gets the job done. Eugenio, it works out for Laurencio, and it worked out for Loeffler, actually. He got you there as well. So, 2 around the outside moves by Eugenio Laurencio and Alex Loeffler. Beautiful work there, almost in tandem. Martin Edmonds back up into the trailing role here. This could be the last lap. I can't say for sure because I don't know where Mike Stoppmill is relatively on the track, is the problem. And Martin Edmonds still putting the pressure on. Darcy Parkinson looking to make a move on Eric Friesen.
On the outside.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it. He's gonna have the inside line here. I think he's got that. But he goes wide. Opens the door again for Friesen. You can see Martin Lauer just up ahead there. He's the wounded car. Now, the question is, these 2 have been seeing the gap to Martin Lauer close more than they were probably expecting. So he's either struggling on his tires or he's damaged the car. Do you stop fighting to try to catch up to that guy, maybe make it a 2-spot thing, or are you just gonna handle the fight at hand?
Well, I think this is Darcy's first Enduro, so he probably would just go for any position.
Fair enough. Looks like we're going to get one more lap here. Zarai looking to make a statement here heading into the bus stop. Looked like he was lining up a move there, but his compromise his braking let Eugenio have a little bit of breathing room. Ariel Zettoni and Gerardo Del Vea fighting over 9th place. Zettoni's got the job done in the bus stop. Very nice. Shame that we saw that from inside his car and not the outside. Looks like Gerardo trying to come back at him, but nothing happening at the moment. John Barker is retaking 17th place from Jurgen Walby as if to prove that setup mistake really hampering the Swede.
So on this lap, I was pushing pretty hard. I was really hoping I could take him at the end of this.
How were your tires at this point?
Oh, they were not bad. Not bad at all. Compared to the first stint.
We don't really believe that.
Oh, come on. I was actually trying on the outside there to go back in. But
well, Gerardo's trying the same move. Oh, he gets the job done with some very nice late braking, but Zettoni coming back at him. Banging the wheels a little bit. Zettoni up the inside. Gerardo still holds it.
Not giving
nice.
up. There is no team. There's no team instruction here.
Absolute tenacity there from Gerardo Del Vea to get the spot there. He moves into 9th. Mike Stoppmill, Travis Wallace, Fran Machuca, Mike Wyatt, Alex Loeffler fighting with Martin Edmonds, Eugenio Laurencio fighting with Zarai Garunian, Del Vea fighting with Zettoni, And then further back, it's Lauer. His damaged car is trying to hang on to 11th place with Darcy Parkinson and Eric Friesen closing the gap. Justin Swan, Dennis Meister, James Butler, John Barker, Jurgen Walby, Lockley Nichols, Rick Martel, and Dale Smith still running, although Martel and Smith have lost the lead lap.
Losing it.
Actually, now that I look at it, I think Lachlan Nichols, we can safely assume, is also down a lap. Martin Edmonds looking to get the job done. He's got the bus stop to do it at. Can he do it? The bus stop has been the bane of his existence. And in fact, I believe Mike Stoppel at this point has won from Travis Wallace, Fran Machuca, and Mike Wyatt. So it is Alex. Oh, Alex lost it a little bit. Can he hold it? Can he hold it?
Nope.
He holds it. Loeffler
Nope.
holds on to 5th place. Nope. Nice recovery. Martin Edmonds 6th ahead of Eugenio Laurencio and Zarai Garunian. And here is the damaged car. There you can see the damage of Martin Lauer's car. He's missing a headlight. Yeah. And significant damage down below. And is he going to be able to hang it?
Can he hold it? Can he hold it?
Stop. He needs to show him the door shot. He can't do it.
No.
Darcy Parkinson's got the position. Or did Lauer get him?
Oh.
Lauer got him at the line. With a creative of line
no,
through
he
there.
didn't. Look at the positioning.
Oh, Darcy, yeah, indeed. Darcy Parkinson, Martin Lauer, Eric Friesen, Justin Swan's going to take home 14th place. This battle here with Dennis Meister has lost 15th to James Butler at some point. We're looking to get it back. This is, again, for the Academy bragging rights. These are 2 Academy drivers. And we don't really need the results right now. Oh, Dennis went very off the track. They both went very off the track.
What?
They're dead.
Can we move the results, please? Can we move the results, please?
No.
I'll give you the rundown. It is Stop Mill from Wallace, Machuca, Wyatt, Loeffler, Edmonds, Laurencio, Garunian, Delvea, Zittoni, Parkinson, Lauer, Friesen, Swan. We don't know the order that James Butler and Dennis Meister are going to come across the line. John Barker, Jurgen Walby, Lachlan Nichols, Rick Martel, and Dale Smith making it to the end of this race. Andy Blade, of course, a DNF. And that is all for this round of the Enduro Cup. Signing off for Byron Dirksen.
Get out.
And Martin Edmonds.
Good night, everyone.